Another Sick Kids faculty member is now facing criminal charges related to child sexual exploitation less than a month after a physician at the same children's hospital was arrested on similar allegations. Scarlet Grace for Rebel News. Antonio Alvin de la Cruz, 55, worked on the housekeeping team at Toronto's Hospital for Sick Children. Toronto police say he has been charged with 5 offenses stemming from an online child luring investigation. Those charges include luring a person under 18 by means of telecommunication, making sexually explicit material available to a person under 18, exposing genitalia to a person under 16, and both accessing and possessing child sexual abuse and exploitation material. According to police, the Internet Child Exploitation Unit launched its investigation in October 2024. Investigators allege De La Cruz communicated with a 15-year-old through social media and phone chat applications, made inappropriate comments and sent explicit images, and at the end of July, police executed a search warrant near Don Mills and Highway 401, where electronic devices and documents were seized. De La Cruz was arrested and has since appeared in court. The charges have not been tested in court, but the arrest comes less than a month after Dr. Dissanayake, a Sick Kids pediatric rheumatologist and University of Toronto assistant professor, was charged with possessing and accessing child sexual abuse and exploitation material. There are important differences between the two cases. Dr. Dylan Dissanayake was a physician directly responsible for treating children with complex medical conditions, while De La Cruz worked in a non-clinical housekeeping role. Police also allege that De La Cruz communicated directly with a 15-year-old online, and no such allegation has been made against Dr. Dissanayake. His alleged crimes are about the materials that he possessed alone. But there are also similarities. Both men worked at one of Canada's most prominent children's hospitals. Both were investigated by Toronto Police's Internet Child Exploitation Unit. Both have been charged with offenses involving child sexual abuse and exploitation material. And in both cases, Sick Kids and police have emphasized that there is currently no evidence linking the alleged offenses to either of their work at the hospital. Sick Kids says that De La Cruz was placed on immediate leave once the hospital learned of the charges and that he has since resigned. The hospital says that De La Cruz and Dissanayake did not, to their knowledge, know or work with one another. In Dr. Dissanayake's case, however, police executed a search warrant both at his residence and inside Sick Kids itself months before his arrest and seized several electronic devices, including a work computer. Sick Kids said it placed him on leave once it became aware of the police investigation, so that raised the obvious question about when exactly they learned about the investigation, and what exactly happened between February and Dissanayake's July arrest. Now, with another Sick Kids employee facing child sexual exploitation-related charges within weeks, those questions about safeguards and screening have become even more significant. When did Sick Kids first become aware of the investigation into De La Cruz? Were any workplace restrictions imposed before his arrest? What screening and ongoing checks apply to non-clinical employees that work inside a hospital dedicated exclusively to children? I sent a request for comment to Sick Kids with these types of questions, and by the time of this publication have not received a reply, nor did I receive a reply when asking similar questions about Dr. Dissanayake's arrest last month. In response to the two cases, Sick Kids has brought in external experts, including KPMG, to review its human resources processes, pre-employment screening, technology safeguards, and monitoring of hospital systems. To be clear, police did not allege that the two cases are connected in any way, nor is there currently any evidence of either man's alleged offenses involving Sick Kids patients. But two employees of the same children's hospital are facing serious child sexual exploitation related allegations within weeks of one another, which is going to inevitably raise concern amongst parents about how employees are screened, monitored, and supervised inside an institution based on the trust of families. Anyone with information is asked to contact Toronto Police, and families with any concerns about care at Sick Kids can contact the hospital's patient relations office. If you want to keep hearing stories that the mainstream media is more quiet on or won't cover at all, please head to rebelfieldreports.com and keep our rebels in the field. That is rebelfieldreports.com, and chip in for our expenses if you can.